Hello there, and welcome to the Fish Tank Barn. It's late June, and there have been plenty of things going on. Along with the fish that are outside in the summer tubs, we've got plenty of things going on inside the barn as well. There's plenty of fry updates, a small project, and a lot of other fish updates to catch up on. So let's go ahead and dive into the barn and check everything out. So I first want to start out with some fry updates. I'd like to show you one of my favorite tanks, this 55-gallon that's home to my Cyprochromis leptosoma blue flash. The sips in this tank are absolutely beautiful with their blue coloration and yellow tails. And the crypts have continued to grow and provide a lot of plant cover in this tank. But what I'd like to turn your attention to though is the large number of fry in the tank. Over the past few years that I've had this tank, this is the largest number of fry that I've had. This tank has always been one of my favorites here in the fish barn, and I'm really excited to see the large number of fry in this tank to ensure this colony is sustained for years to come. I wasn't originally planning on updating this tank, but I found a surprise in this 37-gallon cube that is home to my Cracodon audax from El Toboso, also known as the Black Prince. This is one of my favorite Gadaeid species, and I was really happy to find this singular fry. I've always struggled with breeding this fish, so this is a fry that I'm pretty excited to see. Hopefully this is a sign of more fry to come, and hopefully at some point we can really get a nice colony going. I'm going to go move to the fry rack now and show you the progress on the white guppies that I picked up at the Michigan Guppy Breeders Show back in May. These have settled in quite nicely and have put on some size over the past few weeks. Hopefully in the next couple of months, these fish will put on some more size and I can add these fish back to their parents. Obviously, I'm really happy with this purchase, and hopefully in the near future, we can get a really nice white guppy colony going. While this 40 breeder isn't the prettiest tank I own, I'd like to give you an update on this Styophusgulther Helery that I purchased at the Southwest Michigan Aquarium Society swap back in March. Over the past few months, these fish have been pretty prolific, and I've had a couple of fry drops over that period. You can see some of the larger fry from the initial drop, and swimming amongst them, you can also see a smaller group of fry from the drops that have happened more recently. I am pretty happy to see this group start to grow, and hopefully we can get a nice robust colony going into the near future. I next want to move to the tank next door that's home to my Xenoa Melanosoma from Rio Aguila. While I put the adults outside in a summer tub, I did find this singular fry and decided that it needed to stay in this tank. This is a pretty rare Xenoa species and one that I'm really privileged to keep. Hopefully the adults will be successful in the tubs this summer and we can add some more fry to this tank to go along with this one singular individual. I've had this colony for a few years now and I'm pretty happy to see that it's still reproducing. There are a couple of fry updates that I'd like to do upstairs, but I do want to show you my progress on my new Lampus Multifasiatus. This colony was a little bit slow to start going, but they have really started to take off in terms of fry production. The colony in this 40-gallon breeder has kind of split itself up into two groups. There's one group at the front of the tank and a second group towards the back. While both groups have had fry going, it seems that the back group has been a little bit more prolific. I've always enjoyed shell dwellers, and I'm really happy to have another robust colony of shellies going in this 40 breeder. Now that we're upstairs, I've had some pretty nice success with these Jarnus Metallicus. I purchased this group this spring from one of my local fish stores, and they've done really well for me. I started with 6 of these fish, and now you can see there's a ton of fry swimming amongst the crypts. I've always liked this fish and think that they're quite stunning, especially the males with their black gonopodiums. I'm really happy that these have already formed a strong colony, and I'm just really excited to see how this colony develops and grows. At the last Southwest Michigan Aquarium Society auction in April, I was able to pick up this group of Jarnus falcatus, which is the cousin to the Jarnus Metallicus that we just saw. About a month or so after I got them, I was able to see some fry, and as you can see, these fry have grown up quite nicely. This is a new species for me to breed, and that's something I'm pretty excited about. I haven't been able to breed too many new species lately, so I'm pretty happy to add another live bear under my belt. Hopefully this colony will continue to breed and we can get quite a nice colony going like we saw with the Metallicus. I also want to do an update on this tank, which is home to my Skipia multipuncta. For those of you that watch my live stream, I found a bunch of fry in this tank a few months ago, which is something that I'm really excited about. Unfortunately though, this tank is kind of a good news, bad news story. If you remember, this tank used to be a really nice crypt garden, but unfortunately, it withered away almost overnight, and the crypts just turned to stalks. However, you can see this tank start to recover, and you can see some green starting to come back into the tank. The Skipia fry are doing quite well, and I'm really happy with the progress that the fry have made. Like the black prince that we spoke of earlier, this is a Gaidaean species that I'm really fond of, and I'm very happy that I'm able to get a good number of fry. Hopefully as this group grows up, we'll be able to see some pretty interesting patterns on some of the males. So let's talk about this 40 breeder and the project that went along with it. This tank is home to the Chapelixes and Cowtas, which are currently outside in a summer tub. This was the perfect opportunity to fix an error that I made when setting up this tank. I had set this tank up too close to the ceiling, which made it hard to work on. With the fish outside, I've now lowered the tank to give it a lot more headroom, which now makes it easier to do work in this tank. I'll have to get some more plants in this tank and set it back up before I bring the fish back in, but I am pretty happy to have this project done for the summer. We recently had our end of season banquet, and as part of that event, there's a raffle where you can usually get 2 items. I wasn't planning on bringing back any fish, but there were a couple of fish in the raffle that I really couldn't pass up. The first were these Melanotania kalitawa, which are a rainbow fish species that's not terribly common. These are small juvenile fish right now, but when they grow up, the males will develop a bluish-green body and red tail. As rainbow fish go, these are a smaller species, only getting to be about 3 inches long. Right now I have these fish in a 20-gallon long, but I'm not really sure where I'm going to put them in the long term. As you can see, there were quite a few fish in the bag, so I'm definitely pretty happy to add these fish to the barn. There was also another pretty unique rainbow fish at the raffle, these Chilotharina alleni. Again, these were juveniles, but if you look them up online, the adult males can be absolutely stunning, with the males having bright yellow and turquoise markings when they are in breeding dress. These fish get to be about 3 to 4 inches long, and I'll eventually need to move them to a larger tank. But since they're small right now, they'll be fine for a while in this 20-gallon long. I am pretty excited to get both of these rainbow fish species for basically free from my local fish club. I'll have to do some figuring out what to do with these fish long term, but for now, I'm pretty excited to have them here in the barn. I hope that you enjoyed taking a look at all of the updates that have happened in the barn over the past few months. In particular, I've been really happy about the fry production because that's been something I've been focusing on over the past few months. At the end here, I'll go ahead and put a link to my last full fish room tour. I hope you enjoy it. So with that, thank you for watching, stay safe, stay fishy, and I'll catch you on the next video.